Hello and welcome to a bonus podcast and our very first one not filmed in your garage, Robin.
Wow. This is monumental.
So whether or not the sound quality is going to be the greatest.
And that does mean that, unfortunately, you're going to be primarily stuck with me talking. So if you're a big Duncan fan, this is not the podcast for you. But if you are a Lumineth Realm Lords fan, Disciple of Tzeentch fan, or Ossiarch Bonereapers fan, then maybe this is the podcast for you.
I mean, I'm really shocked because when I heard that there were going to be a preview, I was hoping, oh, maybe they'll just do like the roadmap of what's coming next so we can kind of maybe anticipate which armies are going to get spearheads and what might be in them. But they've actually named 3 new spearheads and all the models in them.
Yeah. So just quickly going through them. We'll start with the Ossiarch Bonereapers because the next army getting a new book.
So it's all deathdom.
Yeah, that's every death now then.
And I think the probably most impactful thing of that is the fact that it's the first army to have 3 spearheads.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if they start looking at retiring them, if they will be the first one to retire as well. Wouldn't be a big loss if I'm going to be entirely honest. But
the original one.
Yeah.
I don't know. My gut feeling says they'll retire all of the first ones together.
Maybe everything gets 3, and then they go in season 3 of, I don't know, Sky and Water, I think we said, but that's what we wanted. The old ones are no longer valid. We'll see. You never know. They might just not.
I think the only reason that they would get rid of any is if they don't print the boxes anymore, or they retire the models, and so they're kind of not going to get any money because they're not going to sell you any of the models for that spearhead. So why would they be like, yeah, there's that spearhead? I hope they don't. I hope they leave all of them.
But also, they don't have to. They don't need to support them. The rules never change. And as we've always said, at the end of the day, if you enjoy playing it, you've got the rules. Play it. We probably still will. But anyway,
yes, we will. All the effort and time it has been to make and build them, we are definitely going to still play the old ones.
Getting back into it, starting with the Ossiarch Bonereapers. Bit of a weird spearhead straight off the bat. Obviously, looking at the battle traits, whatever might dictate this, but you get 1 hero, so I'm assuming that's going to be your general. The Legion Cavalos.
In the main game, he is your model who's on a horse who kind of buffs the other horses. That's kind of his job.
Then you also get 2 units of the Cavalos Death Riders, so the cavalry units that are in the original one.
So you only get 5 in that. This one you're getting 10, so 2 units of 5 is pretty good.
And then, of course, you get the obligatory Warcry units, which it'll be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, in the main game, they kind of just pop up. They get a deep strike. It'd be interesting to see if they maintain that rule over into Spearhead. That would be quite good.
Although you've got to remember it's a new book. So they could literally completely change the rules for all of these units in the main game as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I was a little down on it, but then actually, you know what Spearhead this really reminds me of? That I think's really good? The Deepkin one.
Because you've got the 2 cavalry units.
Because you've got the 2 cavalry,
the
fast hero.
Yeah.
And a little unit that runs around and does stuff. So, actually, it might not be a bad spearhead. It might be a very alpha pinny one. It might have some really nice traits. It might have some really nice enhancements. It could actually be pretty good.
Yeah, I quite like the sound of it. Again, I do feel like it is a bit of a all-in-one.
Yes.
Run in and smash. If you don't do that, you're probably going to struggle. And you've not got a lot of units there at all.
Won't have a massive amount of control or board presence. So that is a kind of an all or nothing kind of, I need turn 1, I'll hit you really hard, hopefully do enough damage that you can't do a lot back to me.
Which is kind of weird when you think that their second one was basically that, an all or nothing army.
Yeah, but I think they've done it well in this one. I think the other one doesn't work.
Anytime you're bringing in a really good unit and you've got to put it 6 away and you can fail that charge, I think automatically just means sometimes you're going to have really bad games with it. You're going to have really good ones.
Hot take, I think this is definitely going to be the best Bonereaper spearhead.
But that's not saying much.
And I think maybe it could actually be a pretty good one. Definitely for newer ones, at the very least. So, moving on to Duncan got his wish. He got the second Disciples of Tzeentch one. So it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with that for their Destiny dice, whether or not they'll have a fairly similar battle trait, or if they'll mix that up a little bit. But you get the Zangor Shaman as your hero. You get your Zangor Enlightened, it's a unit of 3. You get a Zangor Skyfires, and you'll never guess what your last one is.
Zangor something?
It's Zangor!
Hey!
You get 10 Zangors. Believe it or not, the Spearhead is called the Zangor Warflock.
What's the Bone Reapers one called?
The Kavalos Vanguard.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yep.
We're not super familiar with Disciples of Tzeentch. I do know that currently in the meta for the main game, Zangors are sort of kind of what a lot of people are using, because they are quite good. Do you get any Zangors in?
So you get 2 units of 5 of them in the other one.
Yeah. So you get 1 squad of 10 of this.
They are terrible in the other one. So a unit of 10 would be better.
Yeah, especially if it's reinforced. The other ones, again, they look fairly similar, but maybe a bit better in combat.
How many actual units do you get?
4. So you get a hero, 2 squads of 3, and a squad of 10. So again, kind of the exact opposite of the other one. The other one where you just had tons of stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
This one you've got quite a small army. One of them is a cavalry unit with a 14-inch move, so that's very good. A little bit of shooting, a little bit of damage, obviously, if they're maintaining it over into Spearhead. Yeah, and looking at that, I don't know if that's going to maybe be the best Spearhead in the world. Again, it'd be interesting to see what they do. It looks like probably a very heavy combat-focused one.
Yeah. 4 units is hard.
Yeah. But it looks like that might be the way, because like you say, all 3 of these have 4.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the Spearheads you get in less units. Maybe that's realistically, if you're aiming it at a newer audience, less units probably works better.
My problem with, I understand that, because obviously you've got less units, so less things to remember, to learn. My problem is, it makes the game harder to score tactics. So you end up with games of lower scoring, rather than being like, yay, I did well, I got 15, 20 points going. Well, I got 9 because I was holding objectives, couldn't do any tactics.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but then again, if everyone else is also not using a lot, well, yeah, it's sort of that weird balancing again, where I feel like the newer ones balanced against the newer one, which then makes the older ones even more powerful, because they've just got a lot more stuff that does a lot more damage. But we'll see again.
You'd like to think with only 4 there'd also be some units reinforced at least, so you lose some early, you're getting them back.
I would imagine the 10 Zangors are at the very least reinforced.
Not in the other one. I mean, and if they are 2 health, that's 20 health in a unit, which is a lot. That's not dying quick, is it?
No, 5-up save, no ward, I believe, so not the tankiest. So I guess it depends what actually goes into them, I guess. But then again, you get a lot of attacks, crit 2 hits. Maybe they'll actually give this one some rend.
That'd be nice.
Who knows?
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they plan on doing with the Destiny dice. I think that could be...
I can't think of any of the battle traits that have been the same for...
Yeah, normally they change it, if not a lot, a little bit.
So whether that'll change a bit...
You've got to assume it's going to a little bit. I mean, actually, what is the original Deepkin's battle trait? That's an interesting one.
Deepkin?
The original Deepkin.
That is the... Each battle round you have a different thing, isn't it? That's like your waves like it was originally, I think.
Yes, it is. So, I mean, I would argue technically that's the same.
Not
because in the new one you just get
choose
a
whether
quarter of this.
You think you just choose either like mortals or strike first.
Yeah, in the third battle round.
Whereas that one you get above each battle round.
Well, it needs it. So yeah, it's. I think as daft as it sounds, I'm sure there's some disciples of Tzeentch fans out there really excited for that. I know you did enjoy it when you played it, and it does look like a fun Spearhead.
You need to know what you're doing, definitely, and you need to just exploit the fact you've just got hundreds of things on the board. And as long as you can do those things okay, you'll have an okay time with them. But I also think you can have a few terrible games with them, and there's nothing you can do.
So, moving on to the last one announced, the Hurricane Vanguard, the second Lumineth Realm Lord Spearhead.
So there's 2 Spearheads called something Vanguard.
Yeah, which is ironic because the original Spearhead boxes were called Vanguard boxes. Again, you get 4 units. You get your hero, the Hurricane Wind Mage, another probably squishy wizard. But you get the Hurricane Spirit of the Wind, which is a monster. And looking at it, it's probably going to be the smallest monster in Spearhead. But, again, obviously they'll probably change the rules. It does look pretty good.
I like that there's another monster. I wish there was more smallish monsters in Spearhead. Really spice it up.
It can shoot. To be fair, it doesn't look bad in combat either. But it's got a bit of shooting. It can shoot in combat. Quite nice shooting, actually. If they carry it over. 4 attacks. 2s to hit. 3s to wound. 2 rend. 3 rend against monsters. D3 damage. So that could actually be quite nice. And not terrible in combat, but 2s against 6 attacks. 2s to hit, 4s to wound, 1 rend, 1 damage. And that kind of looks like a monster hunting monster. So all you Sons of Behemoth fans out there, probably not super happy about that one. And then yeah, you get 5 Hurricane Wind Chargers and 10 Venari Wardens. So it's the same unit that they currently have. To be fair, they don't have a lot of infantry, so it makes sense. It's the ones that can
do the mortals.
Do the mortals instead.
Is that a really good unit?
So whether or not they maintain that over into the other Spearhead, we'll see. Yeah, and you get 10 of them this time.
A unit of 10?
A unit of 10.
Ooh.
So if they carry that over, what is it they can just do? They could potentially be 10 mortals from a random unit.
10 mortals on 2 ups.
Ooh. That could be very spicy. If they carry that rule over, they might change it.
But even not, in the old one, they are 3 attacks each, and they got crit mortals.
Yeah. So
30 dice for crit mortals.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one could be good.
Is the hero just like a little infantry wizard?
Yes. I imagine they'll probably give off a buff.
And is that also only 4 units?
Yeah, and 4 units.
Wow.
They get a cavalry unit. So they've got a cavalry unit, a monster, a wizard hero, and potentially a crit mortal dealing machine that could be very, very spicy.
That actually sounds really good.
It does, but I also think nothing in that army is getting reinforced, which might make that for a rough game if you don't go first. Or if there's something they might reinforce the cavalry actually.
Yeah, but if you just set up with them all in a big block together, do you really want to smash into that?
Well, no, not really. That looks actually to be a pretty shooting army. Everything shoots other than the wardens. The hero shoots a little bit. The big monster shoots. Big monster shooting is actually really nice. And the cavalry unit shoots. So, not particularly brilliant in combat though.
Spearhead can be hard because you've got to be on those objectives.
They can shoot in combat though, luckily. So,
and that's another monster in the game for your Nastra's spear to miss on a
yeah, probably. So, yeah, that's the 3. Which one are you more excited for? I'm probably more excited for probably the Bonereaper one now. But I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed because I'm just expecting another Deepkin one.
I'm most excited about the Lumineth because I feel like their first one was just all infantry, and this one you're getting a bit of everything, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And that does sound a lot of fun if it can shoot, do a bit of combat, good mobility. Got a wizard that could do something. Yeah, I'm probably most excited about that one. I mean, I think I'm most excited about the fact that Bonereapers will have 3.
Yeah, that's
completely ruining our prediction. Stormcast would probably be the first one with 3. But it really makes me think they're really leaning into Spearhead, and how good would it be to have, if you only collect 1 army, 3 choices of that 1 army?
I mean, yeah, obviously, like you said, it's quite nice the fact that potentially if you've already got the original Spearhead, you've got 5 horses already, you might be able to just pick up a few bits here or there. And you don't necessarily have to buy the full box.
Well, I have all of those models, so we will be able to try and get a video for that one out as soon as we manage to find any rules for it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And it will take on Nurgle as our tradition that it takes on the last one. So it'll probably have a first good introduction, let's put it that way.
Ooh. Yeah, it's probably. I think that's going to do very well against Nurgle, if I'm entirely honest.
That's not hard.
No, yeah. Nice that we got a look at 3. I'll be interested to see all the rules when they come out. Some of those do look a bit different. It's nice that they've carried on for a theme. I can see a theme with the Disciples of Tzeentch and the Bonereapers. I don't know enough about Lumineth to kind of be like, is that a theme? Obviously, they're all Hurricane. Sorry, I'm probably saying that completely wrong. I suppose that's a theme, but it's a bit of a weird mix. You've got a little bit of everything there. So I don't know if that kind of follows the theme. Looks like it's going to be a good year. And who knows? We predicted Ogres as the next one, but people are still saying Ogres are hopefully going to get their new one soon. So maybe they will just get their book and a new Spearhead.
I think they will. If the fact they've done that with Bonereapers means that whenever a new army gets a book, even if they've already got 2, they will get a new Spearhead. So that is really good news.
That is the wrap on Bonus Podcast. I guess let us know which one you're excited for.
So we're recording this just coming back from Quest. We unfortunately haven't been able to watch the preview at all. We've kind of just seen the bits put up. So there might be bits that we've kind of missed. So if you do spot something that they've announced about Spearhead or about what's coming up, let us know that as well. I'd be really excited to see what's coming in store.
Yeah.
Hope you've enjoyed this bonus podcast, and we will speak to you on the weekly one very soon.